Hello and welcome everyone to another edition of Coach's Corner. Pleasure to be sitting down for the first time with Bernard Clark, the defensive coordinator here at the University at Albany. Coach, first of all, thanks for coming by Coach's Corner.
Not a problem. I appreciate you having me.
Of course. Let's get into just a general question to start. You've been in Albany, New York for about a year and a half now. What's the overall maturation process been like living in upstate New York and working at UAlbany?
It's been outstanding. The crazy part is, as you know, I'm from Florida, so getting used to the weather, I don't know if I'm ever going to get used to the weather, to be totally honest with you, but the situation is I'm around great people. There are great people in this town. There are great people on the coaching staff. There are great people at the university. That makes it so much better. That's the thing that me and my wife look for when we're making transition from school to school is what kind of people we're going to be around, the kind of people that you're going to like, or the kind of people that are going to drive you crazy, and it's been a great process so far.
Yeah, I can tell you this community has absolutely embraced this new coaching staff, even over-exceeded my expectations. But let me ask you about spring ball. This is a big time of year for football, and you guys have winded down now, but looking back on it, how do you think that went from your side of the ball?
I thought it went pretty good. I thought guys got after it pretty good. We changed defense a little bit. Last year we were more of a 3-4 base, and now we're more of a 4-3 base. And so because of that reason, things are looking a little bit better. We've got some faster guys on the field. Feel like our guys are moving a little bit quicker, responding to things well. They recognize things pretty good.
What was the reason that you switched? Is it just personnel?
I think it's more so, Coach Benson decided to move and go to the University of Penn, which made a difference. And when Coach decided to make me the defensive coordinator, me and him both have a better feel for the 4-3 than we do for the 3-4 and have a better knowledge of that more than anything else. We feel like we have the personnel for that, and that's what we decided to go to. All
right, let me ask you about those personnel individually. Is there a player or two that you've seen throughout the spring that sort of made you raise an eyebrow and say, okay, this kid's showing some potential. He's got a shot to be a terrific player?
Well, I think at all three levels, at D-line, linebacker, and at defensive back, we've had some guys that have kind of jumped off the screen at us a little bit more. Jack Forrester, being on the D-line, has done a lot of things that we've asked him to do, and he's become one of our more of a force of us on D-line. At linebacker, Michael Nicastro, who was an All-CAA last year, did a great job for us this spring. His leadership is really picking up, is what we really wanted more than anything else. And, Cal's doing a great job in the back end, directing guys, making sure they line up where they're supposed to be at. And also another guy's done a great job in the back end is Rashawn Clark. Those guys have really stepped it up more than anything else. The biggest surprise was probably Deshaunte Thompson. He's a freshman linebacker who redshirted last year, who's making great strides and who's really learning the defense and really pushing for a starting job right now. I mean, he's doing a great job. The only thing with him, he's had a couple of nagging injuries here and there, but the young man has fought through. He's learned the defense, and he's done a great job for us this spring.
All right, last question before we let you get out of here. You guys had the biggest turnaround in college football. You came in here off the heels of a 1-11 season, and 200 days later, you're 7-5. So everyone's excited, but you guys also lose some key personnel. Will Fiacchi, the quarterback, Cole King, a receiver, Omar Osborne, the running back. What are your expectations as you see those guys leave upon graduation and you're bringing these new guys?
Well, the expectations we have on defense, we must do better on third down. I think last year on third down, we were like maybe high 30s, low 40%. We got to do better on third down. Third down conversion, we got to stop teams. We got to have more 3-and-outs. That's what's going to help us be more of a dominant defense. The biggest component we lose on defense is Ken Dorsey. Ken Dorsey was not only had great production at the middle linebacker spot, but he also gave us outstanding leadership. And some of that leadership is gone now, and we're hoping that Colin Cooper and Castro, those guys can step in and give us some of that leadership more than anything else. But that's what we lose. But third down and in the red zone. We got to do a much better team in the red zone. We got to stop teams from getting in the end zone. I always tell guys, 3 is a magic number. Let's go 3-and-out. Let's give up 3 points, and I think we'll be all right.
I love it. I love it. Thanks so much for coming by and spending a couple minutes with us.
Thank you, Zach. I appreciate it.
All right. That'll do it for this week's edition, but this is not the last time we'll talk to Coach. We're going to be constantly checking up on the program as UAlbany enters its 3rd season in the CAA. For Bernard Clark, I'm Zach Bye. We'll see you next time.